Good evening, everyone. My name is Amy Cordova, and tonight we are going to discuss the Chapter 2 Curriculum Planning. A little bit definition about curriculum planning is a critical component of good teaching since it lays the framework for students' academic careers. It entails designing, developing, and implementing educational courses with extensive instructor input. It includes objectives, content, and assessment methods. My topic is about curriculum sources and influence. According to Tyler, 1949, there are three majors of curriculum. The three majors of curriculum are subject matter, society, and learners. And these curriculum sources need to be considered and examined to identify the four elements of curriculum. The four elements of curriculums are goals, content, learning, experience, and evaluation. It is important to learn the nature of the subject matter in order to provide knowledge and skills that are essential to the nature of discipline and developing curriculum. This also provides more comprehensive idea of the needs, demands, and problems of the society and the availability resources that can be utilized in the development and implement of the curriculum. In short, the society as one of the resources provides information about the content in which curriculum will be used, and it is very important to make the curriculum more relevant and responsive. Also, the understanding of the nature of learners is also important in the curriculum development. We all know that the learners is the direct subject of the school curriculum. Hence, making the learners as one of the curriculum sources is very important in selecting the learner's experience of the curriculum. We must know their needs, nature, interest, learning style, thinking style, various issues, and problems. Society as source of curriculum. Society is an important source of curriculum. Teachers need to understand the cultural, socio-economic, and political condition of people. These are the changes in society that needs to be considered in the curriculum. The science and technology. The science and technology continue to influence our everyday life as new science findings, new technology, and new information come in almost single minute on a day. And the new world of economy. The new world of economy also has its own issue and demands. For example, the 21st century skills and new forms of knowledge should be developed in the curriculum in order to develop a world-class workforce. Society is being bilingual and multicultural, developing cultural understanding and social-cultural consciousness among students is being increasingly important. Other serious societal challenges such as climate change, security issues, diseases, poverty, and many others will have an impact on people's daily lives, which means that the educators of school, which means that the educator of school face the challenges whether they will simply respond to the needs and demands of the society or have educational through its curriculum in order to develop or create the kind of society that everyone wishes to have. There is need to put balance between pursuing the obtained goals and its practical or economic goals. And the learners as sources of curriculum. Educators and curriculum developers have tried to align the curriculum to the needs and nature of the students, despite the fact that curriculum content is set by the Department of Education, DepEd, the Commission on Higher Education, CHED, or the Technical Education Skills Development Authority, the TESDA. This process is done when faculty members plan their individual syllabi, unit plans, and lesson plans as an interpretation tuition of that indeed curriculum. Despite the curriculum content is being set by the DepEd, CHED, and TESDA, educators and curriculum developer aim to align with the needs and nature of students by planning individual unit plans and lesson plans. As students come from different provinces, they have different cultures, language learning styles, needs, types, and level of motivation. They are also different in terms of socioeconomic status and educational backgrounds. And they are all supported by several curriculum scholars and are well represented in their curriculum development models. Students from diverse provinces, cultures, and socioeconomic backgrounds have unique language learning styles, needs, and motivation level. They are all supported by the curriculum scholars and well presented in the curriculum development models. Discipline or subject matter as source of curriculum. Tyler identified the nature of discipline or subject matter as one of the main sources of curriculum. Different subject is unique in terms of designing and content. There are specific skills and content that should be emphasized in each of the discipline. In some cases, there are similarities in skills, concepts, and standard in different subjects that may be possible point for integration. To understand the nature of discipline, educator must content prescribe analyzed by the Department of Education, particularly the K-12 curriculum, to understand what should be taught and how to teach different subjects. The Commission on Higher Education prescribes guidelines and courses, and curricular innovation and change are strictly followed. Technical education and skills development authorities prescribe different contents models for each subject, including material needed and training time. So that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Everyone, I am Junabi M. Laganada, and I will be tackled about the curriculum influences. So my report is the continuation of the report of Ms. Amy Cordova. So today we will tackle about the curriculum influences. So, aside from the major curriculum sources, START and Laktuka 1997 identified the three major factors that influences curriculum development, which is the external influences, internal influences, and the organizational influences. START and Laktuta use the term curriculum influences to refer to these three factors that are very influential in curriculum development. According to them, that these three curriculum influences affect the whole academic plan, which is that incorporates a total blueprint for actions, including the purposes, activities, and ways of measuring a success. So, we will tackle about the external influences first because amo ni siya ang una-una nga naka-influences sa academic plan. So, external influences na siya mga variations which is the society, government, discipline, associations, marketplace, and alumni. So, why external influences are very important to the curriculum development, to the academic plan? So, here is the reason. External influences are the factors beyond company control that affect operations and success. Example include the government regulations. So, as I said earlier, that government, discipline, associations, so that are the variations of the external influences. So, example include the government regulations, economic recessions, populations, demographics, and technology, and also the alumni are also considered as one of the external influences in curriculum development. So, the alumni are very helpful in terms of donating money, supporting program activities, supporting program for students, faculties, scholarships, professional chairs, facility, and financial students activities. So, as naman mo'y makita sa mga schools nga naa sila'y alumni, which is dira magtapok-tapok ang mga batch-batch, di ba? So ginatawag na siya alumni. So one of that reason nga importante ang alumni kay because maka-help siya sa mga promoting or donating some money nga maka-help sa school, which is sa mga chairs, na iban mga electric funds, which is and also the scholarship or the financing students activities. One of the reason is very important ang alumni. So that are the variations of the external influences, and that is the function of the external influences in the curriculum development. So let's move on to the organizational influences. And also, parehas external influences, naa siya mga variations nga gitakol nako. So, ang organizational influences, naa po siya iyahang variations, which is the program relationship, resources, and the governance. So, we will tackle what is the reason or the importance of the organizational influences to the academic plan. So organizing the curriculum means choosing a clear and objective goals that are in accordance with the needs and the interests of the students. The elements of the curriculum organization include the concepts, generalizations, skills, values, and also the organization is important in curriculum development because it affects the efficiency of teaching and the degree of which educational changes are both about the learners. When thinking about how to organize learning experiences, we can consider both vertical and horizontal relationships. So, that are the meaning of the organizational influences, and that is why organizational influences are very important to the academic plan because gahelp ni siya to organize the learning experiences of the students, which is we can consider both vertically and horizontally, so we can accept the thinking skills of the students and how the learners organize their learning experiences. So that is organizational influences help to the academic plan and to the curriculum development. So the last one is the internal influence. So what is the importance of internal influences? So kagaya sa organizational influences, sa external influences, naa sila mga variations. So ang internal influences naa pod siya iya which is the faculty, students, discipline, and the program mission. So, why internal influences also are important in the academic plan? So, here's the reason. Internal frame factors include a description of the organizational structure of the parent academic institution, its mission and purpose, philosophy, and goals. So, ang internal influences, na po siya iyahang goals, why, kung paano siya makahelp sa academic plan or sa the curriculum. So, the internal economic institution and its influences on the curriculum resources within the institution. Example, ANA is the laboratories, classroom, library, academic services, instructional technology, support, and student services. And existing the potential faculty and students' characteristics. An analysis of the information related to these factors offers the relevance of the program and allows the findings of the quality of the program, its changes, and possible changes. So, the internal influences is very helpful, especially sa mga students. Kaya ang internal influences na apod siya goal nga ipababaw ang mga students, which is kanang tabangan niya, including dira sa mga classroom, sa library, donating sa mga libros, sa mga books, and also, ang internal influences is siya sa mga reason nga ga-support sa students. So, sa kini nga 3 factors nga naka-influence sa academic plan, it is very important because sila tatlo naa sila mga naa sila mga pamaagi kung paano nila matabangan ang kung paano ma-develop ang isa ka curriculum. So these three factors, isa siya sa mga important nga mga influences nga makatabang sa academic plan. So sa figure 2, factors affecting academic planning in START and LACTUTA in 1997. So, understanding the different curriculum influences is useful in knowing the different factors that are needed to be considered in developing a curriculum. It provides the sources of data, information for developing curriculum. A research curriculum influences conducted by Pawilin 2011 shows the result of group discussion. So, kung intindihon man ginato ang curriculum, kani nga curriculum is very useful sa tua, labi na sa tua nga mga students, kay isa ni siya sa mga ga-support sa tua para maging mas damo pa ta mabalaan. So kani nga curriculum is very helpful not also the students but also to the teachers. So with the faculty members and also administrators who identified several curriculum influences that they always consider whenever they plan, design, develop, revise, and evaluate the curriculum. So, hindi lang ang mga students ang makabenefit ani, kundi isa po sa mga gina-considered nga ma-influensyahan is the administrators within the faculty members and also the mga teachers. So, kani nga plan is gina-considered po kung unsaan dapat i-revise, i-evaluate sa kani nga curriculum, kung unsa ang mas better, kung unsa ang pwede pa nga madungag para kani nga curriculum mas ma-develop pa. So, ang naata diri table 1 nga ginatawag is ang curriculum influences. Kung kinsa ang pwede ma-influensyahan kani nga curriculum. So, number 1 ana is the students or learners. Kita mismo, college philosophy, vision, and mission. K-12 education curriculum, admission and retention policies and school rules. Faculty members, requirements from government agencies, licensure examination for higher education, accreditation standards, market demands, alumni and funding sources, media and information communication technologies or ICT, church and church-related agencies for religious schools. So dili lang uso sa mga public schools, dili lang uso sa mga kuandang mga school, dili kanang especially para sa tua ang tanyon is not kanang religious school. So isa sa pwede pod ma-influensyahan is ang mga kanang mga Catholic school, which is pareha ng Santa Rita, Tomas, maging anang mga schools. So, school facilities and other resources, other disciplines or courses and programs offered by school, student services. So, ang first dira, ang una-una gid dito is students or learners. So, the students are considered as the most influential among the different curriculum influences, especially in designing the implemented curriculum. Learners have different interests, needs, talents, abilities, learning styles, and thinking preferences. All these are important thing course planning. So, isa man gud sa mga considered nga the most influential nga the most considered nga maka-influential is ang students, which is ang students magud may iyang mga interests, mga needs, talents, because all of that kita mismo naatay kinaiyaan na, which is naatay different styles, learning styles, naatay ako kabalo ko Mosaya pero dili ko kabalo makanta. So we are different, we are unique. Kay itaga isa sa ato na atay mga talents. Napod tayo lain-lain ni abilities, learning styles, and also the thinking preferences. So tanan na is very important in the course planning. So why Pinindot. So, nga nang ginatawag ang students are the most influential among the different curriculum. Because the students influence the curriculum because they are the very reason why the curriculum is developed. Sila ang isa sa mga rason nga no ang curriculum gaka-develop mismo. And they make and unmake the curriculum by their active and direct involvement. The experience of the learner must be the starting point of the accomplishing the goals of education, to let them grow in knowledge, skills, abilities, and attitudes. So, isa sa mga reason nga nung na ang curriculum because sa students, because they are the most influential among the different curriculum nga ato ang gitakol gina. They are the reasons because students na-involved man god, pwede ma-involve dira ang mga kanang ilahang experiences which is dira magsugod or ang starting point nga ma-accomplish ng students iyang goals education, which is magdako ang bata nga may knowledge, nga daghan natun-an nga bag-o nga skills on iyang abilities and attitude magbag-o, which is ang dili na nami nga attitude pwede mabago sa bata within kanang dira sa school because of this curriculum ma-develop ang bata. And also ang students sila mismo ang rason ngano ang curriculum gaka-develop because sa ginatawag nga ang students are the most influential among the different curriculum. So, curriculum influences. So, teachers believe that the students could learn more if their interests and learning styles are considered when planning their courses. Many students want a variety learning experiences in their classes and practical application for their lessons in real-life situations. So, mas daghan man gud mabalaan ang bata if ikaw nga teacher magtudlo ka nga arang makakuha pud bala attention sa bata, which is being practical, which is kanang i-motivate mo ang bata, pwede nimo i-motivate ang bata through sa imuhang na experience because isa sa mga the best nga makuhaan og kanang knowledge or kanang lesson imo ang experiences mismo. So ikaw mismo nga teacher pwede na nimo mahatag sa bata or pwede nimo ma-discuss ang lesson nga real life situations gid nga within makarelate ang bata, makakuha sila more nga knowledge lessons from you tungod sa imong learning imong experiences. So kanang kung ikaw teacher, dapat mismo makibagay ka sa imong students kung asa sila more nga maka-interest sa imong lesson. Kay kung imong lesson walay kabuhay-buhay, murag ang interest sa bata kanang wala ra. Useless ra Japan imong lesson kung ang interest sa bata wala dira sa imong lesson. So more on much better nga imong itakol nga related po sa imong topic which is or related sa imong lessons which is ang real life situation because isa na sa mga foundation nga pwede naton itudlo sa bata which is dira pod sila maka-learn, pwede sila maka-relate and ilang interest ma-post. So we all know that the students they came from different families with different cultures, religious affiliations, belief, language, and socioeconomic status. So, kung ikaw nga teacher, dapat kabalo ka sa background sa imong students, which is kung asa sila gikan, kung unsa ilang culture, unsa ilang religion, kung unsa ang mga beliefs nila, because kung ikaw teacher dili ka aware ana naa kay pwede nga mahambal sa bata nga makasakit sa iya nga because ikaw mismo, because we have a different cultures, religions, beliefs, and also the language. So dapat ikaw mismo, teacher, as what I have said, dapat makibagay ka sa mga students, because kabalo ka, ikaw lang isa teacher pero damdam mo ka students, which is sila tanan may different na sila, may different cultures, religions nga dapat i-consider nimo as a teacher, because ikaw mismo wala for example, ikaw mismo nga teacher makambal ka sa bata nga dili di nimo na kunan nga nakasakit na di ka sa bata. So dapat ikaw teacher kabalo ka sa background sa bata. Kung wala ka kabalo, may gina pinagdaanan di ang bata nga wala ka kabalo, so na ikaw pagpataka rapod kay istorya, so mas nasakitan na ang bata, which is dapat i-encourage mo ang bata, dapat i-motivate nimo ang bata nga kung mag-eskwela ka dapat magtapos ka because these are the foundation nga pwede nimo magamit sa ulihi nga maka-apply kag upra, dili ka mabudlayan if you have your own family na sa ulihi. So that are my example lang. So from me, example also different language. So kami nga mga students, we are Hiligaynon, and dito mi nag-eskwela sa Tanyon, which is mga Cebuano. So kami mismo ga-adjust ng mga estudyante nga kung paano pud mi makibagay sa teacher para ang teacher dili pud mabudlayan sa mua. So this kuan murag give and take lang ni nga kind of curriculum ba. Dapat ikaw pud mismo nga estudyante dapat kabalupod ka sa imong ginahimo, because isa ka sa mga reason nga nung kaka-develop ang ginatawag nato nga curriculum. So for college, the academic background of the students and influential in curriculum planning, as a student took up their basic education in either public or private schools in their provinces, their academic skills and learning habits differ from those of the city. For instance, some students have a poor communication skills because of poor background in English and their basic education. So we all know nga, dili man tanan nga mga bata is kanang bansay mo English, fluent mo istorya og English. So sa college, within the city, sa city, labi na sa city ka maka-eskwela, kay laban man sa city ang college, no? So kanang mas ma-differ pagid imo skills sa English communication, sa English nga language, because dira man gud sa college mahasa imong skills, mahasa ka kung paano mo istorya gamit ang English language, because English language as an international language nga magamit naton in communication skills, in labi na mag-apply tag job, labi nag kanang mangita na tag trabaho, dira na tan magamit ang ato ang English skills, ato English communication skills. So sa college dira mabalan kung ikaw mismo dili pa kahasa kayo mo English or dili pagid ka fluent mag-speak English. Pero sa college dira nimo mabantayan nga ga level up or ga ano na kabaga ga kabansay mag speak sang English, which is because mga teachers are gina-encourage nila mga students to speak English fluently. So isa diri sa goals sa curriculum, which is ang students mahasa or mabansay pagid ang bata labi na sa iyang communication skills, because isa na sa mga important or isa na siya sa mga foundation nga magamit natin sa ulihi. So let's move on to the school's school vision, mission, and core values. So, unsa di ay na siya? So, the school vision, mission, and core values are the very influential factors in developing the curriculum. They are the fundamental basis in developing the 4 elements of curriculum goals, and objectives, content, learning, experiences, and evaluation. These 3 factors are included in all the lesson plan or core syllabi to ensure that the core values of the instruction are included in the syllabi. So, ang school vision, mission, and core values are very influential also in developing the curriculum, because na ang naa siya mga factors nga included sa lesson plan. Makita natin dira ang objectives, content, ang learning experiences, and evaluation. Example of that, labi na kita nga kakuha og kanang course nga education, magtudlo sa bata, atong lesson plan naa na siya yung mga objectives, content, learning experiences, and evaluation. So, ang isad ana labi nagwala kay mahimong examples sa imuhang lesson plan, which is pwede nimo mahimo example dira ang imuhang learning experiences. Isa na siya sa mga foundation nimo nga pwede nimo matudlo sa bata. Kag imong lesson plan, which is kanang reliable siya ba, kanang pwede gid siya makuhaan o kanang lesson knowledge sa mga bata. So ang school vision, mission, and core values naa po siya factors, which is naa po siya goal iya mismo nga pwede ma-develop pagid ang isa ka students. Mao na siya. So the vision, mission, and core values of the school are also reflected in the planned, implemented, and hidden curriculum of the school. All faculty members are required to reflect this type of education in their teaching, lesson plans, and in syllabus. The vision, mission, and core values of the school are reflection of what the Constitution can contribute. So, ang schools na amagin na ginatatak sa mga babaw no sa classroom na siya vision, mission, and core values. So isa ana sila, may mga different meaning na ay mga purposes na siya importance why naagi na siya sa school ang vision, mission, and core values, because naa siya gina-reflect, naa siya purpose, which is naa siya purpose in teaching, sa lesson plan, and also the syllabus. The syllabus of the vision, missions are very important because ga-reflect ni siya kung unsa ang pwede ma-contribute sa na this curriculum sa isa ka bata, or the of what the schools are reflection of what the contribution nga pwede nila mahimo. So ngano ang school the school vision, mission, and core values are very important. Unsay rason? So, ang school vision, mission, and core values, it influences the curriculum because the school's vision, mission, and core values guide its decisions in curriculum development. The faculty searches and the students' evaluations, mission statements may describe a school's day-to-day operational objectives, its instructional values, or its public commitments to its students and community, and communicates the organization's reasons for being. So, also, and how it aims to serve its key stakeholders. A vision statement may describe a school's lofty ideals, its core organizational values, its long-term objectives, or what it hopes its students will learn or be capable of doing after graduating. Core values are the basis of the curriculum development, and it's important to recognize that curriculum and education are distinct from each other. So, diri ginapakita nga ang vision, mission, and core values sa isa ka school are ang ginatawag diri is ang curriculum kag ang education are related to each other. They are connected to each other, and they are related to each other because naa sila mga purposes nganong important sila. So because naa sila goal kung unsa dapat ilang himuon, kag ang education and the curriculum are very important because they are related each other, and isa ni siya sa mga ga-develop sa students. to the society, to the development of the individuals, students, and alumni to possess the core values of their schools. So, dili lang sa students, kundi also society. Because ang mission, vision, and core values sa isa ka school is gina-develop niya ang individuals, labi na ang students. Kaya ang students ka eskwela pa mo, so gina-develop pa giniya kung unsa dapat ang himuon sa students, unsa ang dapat o dili nga dapat himuon sa students. Kaya ang mission, visions, and core values sa isa ka school, isa na siya sa mga reason why dapat ang students eskwela pa maayo, magtapos sa gikuha nila nga degree, because ang vision, mission, and core values na ana siya important sa kinabuhi sa students. So, the last one is the admissions and retention policies. This is an important part of the intended and implemented curriculum. School rules are set to give order and provide smooth implementation of the curriculum. Rules are also develop the hidden curriculum of the school. So, kani ang last part kay kuan maguna siya murag given na ni sa tuwa ba nga mga estudyante, because isa mga school rules nga dapat sundon sa mga students, kay para ang implementation ba nga gihimo sa school is smooth, wala siya gamo. Ang isa ni siya sa mga importance nga dapat pud sundon sa mga students para ang curriculum mas smooth siya ba, wala siya sagaban. So nganong unsa pud ang advantages sa kanang admission and retention policies? Kay ang the third influential factor is the admission and retention policies. These policies set the standard of what kind of students are admitted and what are the things they need to do as a students of what institution until they graduate. So, as what I have said, isa na dira ang school rules and regulation na dapat sundon sa mga estudyante. Once nga mo-enter kag school, naana sila yung mga school rules and regulation na dapat sundon sa mga estudyante and until they graduate. Because ang school, kung wala magoy rules and regulations sa school, maraga mo pa gusto ng estudyante, diba? So, dapat na agad schools and regulation nga dapat sundon sa mga estudyante, especially sa mga estudyante, kag eskwela pa mo. So, until mag-graduate dapat sundon dyan na to ang schools and regulations sa school. Nganong importante man na siya. So, a good retention rate can attract new students. So, kung ang school is kanang smooth siya, kanang murag kuan ba kanang wala siya kanang negative background, maka-attract siya sa school, which sa mga students, which is kanang mayngon na students sa adirita nga school kay maayo ni siya nga school, kanang nami kay lang pamaagi. So isa na siya sa mga rason. Institution can use a high retention rate for advertising their commitment to student achievement. Students are more likely to consider universities with high retention rates because they can see themselves succeeding at those institutions. So at what I have said, kana ang estudyante nag-enroll na siya because nakita niya dira nga makatapos siya dirang eskulahan nga malipayon, kag kanang sila ba kanang satisfied sila nga dira sila ning school because nakita nila ilang self nga dira na eskwela, because naa sila higher nga kanang nakita pa dira nga school nga pwede nila ma-develop ilang self, pwede makatabang sa ilaha, kag isa dira sa mga rason nga nung nag-introduce sila because nakita nila ilang self nga dira makagraduate. So students are more likely to consider universities with high retention rates because they can see themselves succeeding at those institutions. Schools with high retention rates are more likely to have programs to provide academic support for their students, which can can be attractive. So, kung naa man ko'y high retention rate ang isa ka school, murag kanang makita diri sa estudyante nga pwede siya ma-back-upan or pwede siya ma-develop pagid dira nga school, which is daghan siya ma-learn nga knowledge, daghan pagid siya nga iyang skills mahasa pagid, iyang abilities, iyang mga learning styles, like that. Pwede siya makakuha og knowledge nga isa ni siya sa mga rason nganong nganong ang estudyante dapat ma-enroll dira nga school, because nakita niya nga those curriculum nga naa ang school ma-develop pagid siya. So isa na sa mga rason. So dira na lang ang kutob ako nga report, and thank you sa pagpamati. Thank you everyone, and goodbye.
Good day, everyone. My name is Cal Joshua Patigas, your next reporter, and today I'm going to talk about the different influences that could potentially affect or influence the curriculum of learners. Now, Tyler in 1949 identified that there are three major sources of curriculum, and it is the subject matter, society, and learners. Accordingly, these curriculum sources need to be considered and examined to identify the four elements of curriculum, which are goals, content, learning experiences, and in evaluation. It is important to understand the nature of the subject in order to provide knowledge and skills that are essential to the nature of discipline. This also helps in selecting and designing curriculum contents. Understanding the nature of the learners is important in curriculum development because knowing their needs, nature, interests, learning styles, and thinking styles provides us a more of a comprehensive idea of the needs, demands, and problems of the learners and analyze what implementation of curriculum should we use that are available to us. You know, our resources that can be utilized for their development. And lastly, understanding the different curriculum influences is useful in knowing the different factors that are needed to be considered in developing a curriculum. It provides the sources of data and information for developing curriculum. You know, knowing this curriculum influences is useful in making curriculum more relevant and responsive to the Philippine educational system, the Filipino educational system. Since the last reporter has already tackled about the influence of students, schools, visions, missions, and core values in their admission and retention policies, today I'm going to focus more on the influence of faculty members, school administrators, and the board of trustees, accrediting agencies, and the government policies and agencies. So we're going to focus more on that. And the first one is the faculty members. So the influence of the faculty members is also considered important. Faculty members bring with them their own educational background, own experiences, expertise, and personal, professional, and political views on the institution. They also have different interests, teaching styles, and philosophies which influence the way they plan, develop, and implement a curriculum. In basic education, teachers take the role of a second parent to their students. Many students believe in what they say and teach. They are not only seen as models, but students see them as intellectuals in various subject areas. In the college level, teachers are seen as experts in their fields. They're expected to know more about their subjects. The academic freedom enjoyed by faculty members also allow them to modify and plan their syllabus based on their expertise, and their research. The behaviors of the faculty members also influence the hidden curriculum in college. Sometimes their students take their professional and personal views on certain issues seriously as a principal. Teachers, as recognized by Stark and Latuca in 1997, it says that teachers are a major influence in curriculum development. They are the key implementers of the curriculum, and the success of any curriculum and instruction highly depends on them. They need to be empowered to make curricular and instructional innovations in their own schools. Teachers are expected to be experts in the content of the subjects they teach. They should also be experts in pedagogy. So, in simple words, the faculty members' roles in evaluation and accreditation include knowing the curriculum components such as the mission, vision, philosophy, organizational framework, student learning outcomes, and the program of study. They should also be able to articulate where the courses in which they teach fall into the curricular model. Faculty members bring with them their educational background, experiences, expertise, and personal, professional, and political views on the institution. They also have different interests, teaching styles, and philosophies, which influence the way they plan, develop, and implement their curriculum, their own curriculum, in order for them to teach the lesson more deep, so that the learners could easily understand and would be it would be engraved in their minds. Now, the school administrators and the board of trustees. The influence of school officials and the school bureaucracy in the curriculum processes were recognized by several curriculum scholars like Wiles and Bondi, 2006, and Stark and Latuca in 1997. Among others, school administrators, including the Board of Trustees, play an important role in providing the curriculum and providing curriculum leaderships in school, colleges, and universities. And apart from setting and approving rules for the school, they administer the planning, the implementation, and evaluation of the curriculum. Their abilities and skills as curriculum leaders and managers are essential in curriculum development and implementation and evaluation by Wiles and Bundy 2006 and all of 2005 consider them as a part of the entire team of curriculum workers in an institution. The academic preparation and previous experiences of the administrators can also be noted to influence the development of the curriculum. So, to shorten what was what I've read previously, district and school administrators and the board of trustees are responsible for providing instructional leadership and developing, implementing, and evaluating district and school curriculums. You know, district administrators include superintendents and central administration staff under the direction of a school board, and school administrators mainly include principals and assistant principals. The core responsibilities of trustees are to ensure good governance practices, perform fiduciary duties, and provide overall direction for the organization. The board supervises organization operations and ensures the maintenance of the school's curriculum for their learners. Now, for the accrediting agencies, now accrediting agencies are equally influential in basic education and in higher education. Like the DepEd and SHED, the accrediting agencies set the necessary standards for curriculum, for their instructions, faculty and facilities, and influence how the curricular programs are governed. Accrediting agencies determine the quality of the courses being offered in an institution. As such, many schools, especially private schools like us, Tanyon, try their best to improve the governance and implementation of their various curricular and co-curricular programs. Some accrediting agencies in the Philippines are the Association of Christian Schools, Colleges and Universities Accrediting Agency Incorporation, Philippine Accrediting Association of Schools, Colleges and Universities, and the Accrediting Agency for Chartered College and Universities in the Philippines. These accrediting bodies are in charge of evaluating the quality of education for each member institution based on criteria set by accrediting agency. To expand the thought of accrediting agencies, the accreditation agencies provide certification of conformance on meeting academic standards. No, they facilitate the peer assessment process to evaluate academic quality and how it is maintained. Provision of assistance and technical expertise on improving academic quality, offering accreditation at the institutional level in the first place. The accreditation process takes through a detailed systematic procedure that considers reviewing of the academic institution operations with whether teaching and learning offered to meet the quality standards and encourages improvement to international standards. Now, in the government policies and agencies, the respondents identified government policies and agencies as most influential in curriculum planning and development. In basic education, the Department of Education issues department orders such as DOS and memoranda that serves as a guide for all public and private schools in the country. The Department of Education also prescribes the official curriculum for basic education and issues the guidelines for operations for private schools. For tertiary education, the CHED, through its series of memorandum orders, prescribes the minimum general education and professional courses, course credits, and course descriptions to be taken by the students. The CHED also prescribes the faculty qualifications, facilities, and other requirements for the implementation and administration of the courses. And for now, expanding the thought, in the fields of formal and non-formal basic education, the Department of Education, or DepEd, formulates, implements, and coordinates policies, plans, programs, and initiatives. The city or district level school board, or LEA, local education authority, usually has the greatest authority to create, implement, and enforce educational policies. The federal government may supply some funding, and the state governments supply funding and may direct some of the required curricula. Now, finding an effective curriculum provides teachers, students, school leaders, and community stakeholders with a measurable plan and structure for delivering a quality education. Thus, uh, it provides a roadmap for learners and teachers and helps align educational goals to the latest standards. In addition, an effective curriculum can help foster student engagement, help them understand expectations, and prepare them for future success, whether in further education, career, or life. So, ana ka importante nga dapat makabalota ug unsa dapat ang curriculum nga buhaton nato. So again, dili na ko padugayon. I am your reporter, Kyle Joshua Patigas. Thank you very much for listening.
Good evening, everyone. I am Althea M. Parduano, and I will be continue the report of the previous reporter. So, my topic is about government policies and agencies. So, when we say government policies and agencies, the respondents identified government policies and agencies as the most influential in curriculum planning and development. In the basic education, the Department of Education issues department orders and memoranda that serve as a guide for all public and private schools in the country. So, the Department of Education also prescribes the official curriculum for basic educations, and issue the guidelines for operation for private schools. For tertiary educations, the CHED, through its series of memorandum orders, prescribes the minimum general education and professional courses credited, and courses descriptions to be taken by the students. The CHED also prescribes the faculty qualifications, facilities, and the other requirements for the implementation and administrations of the courses. So, the role of the government policies and agencies is to issue guidelines, orders, and memoranda. They are in charge of regulating the schools in terms of administrations and its management. That also includes the do's and don'ts with the schools or within the university. It provides guidelines, orders, and memoranda. By this, it helped the school to establish operating procedures and create standards, the quality for learning and teachings, as well as set of expectation and its accountability. Without this, schools would lack the structures and functions necessarily to provide the educational needs of the students. The second is market demands. So, market demands or the needs of the society are very influential in planning and developing curriculum. It is imperative that the students are prepared in terms of knowledge, values, and skills to meet the needs and demands of the different institutions in the society. Something like, if we know, try to evaluate what are the different skills that the students must have to possess for it to be aligned with the society needs. After the students have graduated, where are their students be going? It was a biggest help because we are relating what the demands of the society that are also accurate to the skills of the learners. For examples, graduates are expected to develop or possess 21st century skills. They are expected to be technologically literate. They are also expected to develop various literacies including functional literacy. The schools are expected to develop graduates that can be assessed and good citizen in the society. By this, ma-prepare naton ang aton students in the future. Lastly, alumni. Alumni are also considered as one of the external influence on curriculum development. The alumni is the living testimony of the curriculum or the quality of education offered by a particular schools. The alumni is very helpful in terms of donating money to support the programs for students, faculty scholarships, professorial chairs, facilities, and financing students' activities. Besides financial help, their comments or their evaluation feedback based on their previous experience as students are very useful information in improving the implementation or the implemented curriculum of the school. Kay by this man good, aron diri po nato manotice sa aton nga alumni if the curriculum of that school is effective.
Good evening, everyone. I am Sharamis Loyloy, and this evening I am going to continue the report of the previous reporter. So first is Media and Information and Communication Technologies, ICT. Media and Information and Communication Technologies are two of the external curriculum influences. The presence of technology, especially the internet, enables students and teachers to access almost all the information they need for teaching and learning. This allows students and faculty members to access online journals, papers, and other information from the internet to be used for teaching and learning. Technology connects the school to the global community. For example, way back 3 years ago, kato naka-experience tag-pandemic which is COVID-19, which is dili na ta kagawas sa tong balay, dili na ta kaskwela, and diri mosulod ang influence sa ICT which is nagamit tag Google platform and Edmodo nga mosend ra nga ato ang teacher sa link and dito sila mo klase sa atoa. Next is the church and church-related agencies. For religious schools, the different religious orders and the church play an important role in school. Many religious institutions serve as extension programs or mission programs of the churches and religious orders that established them. The school also offers institutional requirements such as Bible subjects, theology, and Christian living subjects. These subjects are required to all students. Religious schools also offer retreats, chapel services, and other religious activities to their students. For example, sa Santo Tomas and Santa Rita, may naat sa ilahang curriculum which is religion subjects, which is ginatudluan sila og religious beliefs and practices.